We're going to look at the chapter 2 proportion, profit and loss of class 7 mathematics. Okay, in our day-to-day life we face various types of problems and we can easily solve all these problems using the concept and explanation of ratio and proportion. So students should have the concept of ratio and proportion, and they must acquire the skill of their application. Similarly, we come across at large scale with the transaction and its related loss and profit in our day-to-day life. In this context, students should have clear knowledge about profit and loss. Okay, so that is the reason why we dedicate this new chapter, especially for ratio, proportion and profit and loss. Okay, a ratio of multiple expressions and successive ratios. Let's say the length and breadth and height of a box are 8 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm respectively. What is the ratio of length, breadth and height? 8 is to 5 is to 6. In brief, length is to breadth is to height is this. Here the ratio of three quantities is represented. The ratio of three or more quantities of this type is called ratio of multiple expressions. What is successive ratio then? Suppose that the ratio of ages of son and father is 15 is to 41. Okay, and the ratio of the ages of father and grandfather 45 is to 65. When the two ratios are put together, we get the son's age is to father's age is to grandfather's age is 15 is to 41 is to 65. That is successive ratio. It is to be noted that the subsequent of first ratio, which is the age of the father in this case, is equal to the antecedent of the second ratio. If the subsequent of first ratio is not equal to the antecedent of the second ratio, then they are made equal. Okay, by multiplying with some number, probably both numerator and denominator, they are made equal to find the successive ratios. Okay, see these two are ratios, express them as successive ratios. How to do it? In this case, so the 5 and 8, there is no common multiple between 5 and 8, so this ratio must be multiplied with 8, this ratio must be multiplied with 5. Okay, so 7 8 is 56 by 40, this is 8 5 is 40 by 45. So now it can be expressed as 56 is to 40 is to 45. This is successive ratio. Similarly, you can proceed with these examples in your activity. Suppose that Shohag brought a packet of chips with TK10 and 1 kg salt with TK25 from shop. Here the ratio of prices of the salt and chips. Which one comes first? Salt. So 25 is to 10. Or see, there is a common multiple among them, that is 5. So 5 is to 2. Okay. Again, there are 70 students in the class of Shohag. Among them, there are 50 boys and 20 girls. Here the ratio is number of boys to girls is 50 is to 20 or 5 is to 2 simply. In both cases the ratios are equal, therefore we can say 25 is to 10 is nothing but 50 is to 20. There are 4 quantities in this ratio. These 4 quantities have made one proportion. Among them, if we consider first quantity 25, second quantity is 10, third quantity 50, fourth quantity is 20. Then we can write it as first quantity is to second quantity is to third quantity is to fourth quantity. All the 4 quantities of the ratio of first to second quantity and the ratio of third to fourth quantity are equal to each other. Then the 4 quantities form a proportion. Each quantity of proportion is called proportional. The first and second quantities of proportion will be of same kind, and the third and fourth quantities will be of the same kind. Hence it is not necessary that the 4 quantities should be of same kind. If 2 quantities of each ratio are of same kind, then the proportion will be formed. The first and fourth quantities of proportion are called marginal quantities, and the second and third quantities are called mid quantities. In proportion, the symbol is usually used as double is to is used instead of symbol equal. So we can write 25 is to 10, double is to 50 is to 20. Okay, right. Again, first quantity is to second quantity, like this. First quantity into fourth quantity is equal to third quantity into second quantity. The rule of 3. The first quantity into fourth quantity is equal to second quantity and third quantity. Suppose that first and second and third quantities are like this, you can find the fourth. Okay. In this way, if the three quantities are known, then the fourth quantity can be determined. The method of finding the fourth quantity is called rule of three. Okay. First and fourth are called as marginal quantities. Second and third quantities are proportional called as mid quantities. Determine the fourth proportional. Okay. Similar example. Determine the third quantity. This is also similar, but the only difference here you have to find third instead of fourth. Okay. Now you can fill the gaps, right? Now you got an idea what these quantities and ratios and the proportions are. You can find either them in your activity. Continued proportion. Let us suppose that we can form two ratios 5:10, 10:20 with the three quantities 5, 10, 20. Here we can write 5:10 is into 10:20. This type of proportion is called continued proportion. TK5, 10, 20 are called continued proportional. Out of the three quantities, with the ratio of first and second quantities and the ratio of second and third quantities are mutually equal, then the proportion is called continued proportion. The three quantities are called continued proportional. Here, one of them must be equal. The second and third must be equal. Then only we call it as continued proportional. Like this: A is to B, W is to B is to C. A by B equal to B by C, or AC equal to B square. B square. Okay. Also, second quantity is called mid proportional or mid quantity of first and third quantities. The three quantities of continued proportion are of same kind. If first and third quantities of continued proportions are 4 and 16, you can find the mid, right? 4 into 16 under root. That is nothing but 64 under root is 8. 8 is the answer. Okay. If the price of 5 notebooks is 200, what is the price of 7 notebooks? Yes, 5 by 7 is 200 by price of notebooks. 7 notebooks. 200 by 5 into 7. That is 280. 12 pencils can do work in 9 days. At the same rate of working, how many days would 18 persons take to complete the work? Okay. See, this is inverse proportion. When you increase the number of persons, the number of days will reduce, right? So that is the reason why 12 by 18 is equal to required time by 9 days. Okay, inversely proportional. So required time is 6 days. Proportional division. Suppose that TK500 is to be distributed in the ratio of 3:2. Here the sum of antecedent and the subsequent of the ratios 3:2 equal to 3 plus 2, 5. So the first proportion is 3 by 5 into total taka. Second proportion 2 by 5 into total taka. So the quantity of one part equal to given quantity into proportional number of that part by sum of the antecedent and subsequent quantities. In this way, quantity may be divided into various parts. To divide a given quantity into various parts of fixed ratio is called proportional division. Okay, 20 meter cloth is divided into the ratio 5:3:2 among 3 siblings, Amit, Sumit and Saiti. What is the quantity of cloth for each? Same, 5 plus 3 plus 2, that is 8. So 5 by 8 for Amit. 5 by 8 into what? 20. So for 2 is 8, for 5 is 20. 25 by 2, that is 12.5 meter for Amit. What about Sumit? 3 by 8 into 20. 3 by 8 into 20. 15 by 2, 7.5 meter for Sumit. What about Chaiti? Chaiti is nothing but 2 by 8, 1 by 4 or times 20. That is nothing but 5 meters. 5 meters for no. 2 by 8 into 20. 1 by 2 by 8, 1 by 4. 5 meter. 5 plus 3 plus 2 is not 8, that is 10. Sorry, there I went wrong. So 5 by 10 into 20, 5 meter for Amit. 3 by 10 into 20, 6 meter Right. 6 meter for Sumit. 2 by 10 into 20. That is 4 meter for Chaiti. 10, 6, 4. So there are some activities similar of this kind, this nature. You can do on your own, I guess. The ratio of income of Pony and Tapan is 4:3, and that of Tapan and Robin is 5:4. If the income of Pony is 120 taka, what is the income of Robin? First, either you make it equal fractions, okay. Whether 3 and 5 are not equal, so multiply it with 5 for the first ratio, second ratio 3. 20 by 15 is the first ratio, 15 by 12 is the second ratio. Now this is 20 is to 15 is to 12. Okay. Pony is 120. What you want now? Robin. 120 by 20 into 12. Okay, that is 72. So we quickly come to the exercise 2.1. Okay, without much hurdle. Write down the proportion using the following quantities: 3 kg. What is this? What is this? Oh yeah, 3 kg 5 taka, 6 kg 10 taka. 3 is to 5, double is to 6 is to 10. Okay, 9 years 10 days, 18 years 20 days. This is also same. 9 is to 10, double is to 18 is to 20. 7 cm 15 seconds, 28 cm 1 minute. Okay, same. This is also proposed. No. 12 notebooks, 20 notebooks. 12 to 24. No, it's not of that kind. 25 hours for 5 is to 3. Yes, 5 is to 3. 5 by 3. If you multiply it with 5 by 3, 20. 5 by 3, 5 by 3, right, 25. So these are also, you can write it as 12 is to 5, double is to 20 is to 25. 125, 25, 2500, 500. Multiply it with 50. No, 20. Yes. This is also you can write it in the same way. Two marginal quantities of the continued proportions are given below. Form the proportion. So b square equal to 6 into 24. 6 into 24 is 144. Yes. Under root is 12. So 6 is to 12 is to 24. I am doing it only for the first problem. You have to do it for the rest of the problems. You got the point? Yes. I guess. Oh. Even though there is a fraction, there is no problem. This is what? 7 by 5. This is 5 by 7. Multiply them. 1 is the answer. So root 1 is again 1. So what is the answer? 5 by 7 is to 1 is to 7 by 5. This is the answer for the D bit. This also no problem. You can multiply and find the square root. Fill in the gaps. Okay. Alright. Let me do it for the problem. This into this equal to this into this. So this equal to this into this divided by this. What is this? 25 2 is 2 11 how much? 22. 22 is the answer. 22. Got it? Right. Alright. Okay, let me do it the D1 also. This into this equal to this into this. So what is this? This into this. 7 by 30. So 7 by 6. 7 by 6. Okay. Right, that is the answer. Determine the fourth proportional of the following quantities. Okay, this into this equal to this into this. Okay, so fourth is equal to 70 by 5. 14. 14 is the answer for the first problem. Similarly, you proceed further to find out all the remaining problems with the price of 15 kg rice is 600 taka. What is the price of 25 kg rice? How much it will be? The 25 kg rice. 15 by 600 is equal to 25 by something. That something equal to 25 into 600 by 15. 600 by 15 is 40. 40 into 25 is 1000. So 1000 taka. 1000 is the answer. 550 shirts are made daily in garments factory. How many shirts are made at the same rate in a week? 550 into 7. 0, 5, 3, 8. So this is the answer. Years of three sons of Mr. Kavir are 5, 7 and 9 years respectively. He gave 4,200 in the ratio of their ages. How much will each of them get? Oh, like we saw for the three sons, 5 years old son, it will be 5 by 9 plus 7, 16 plus 5, 21. 5 by 21 into 4,200. So 200 into 5, that is 1000 for first guy. Second guy, 7 years guy, 200 into 7, 1400. Third guy, you can subtract these two from the here. If you do that, so 24,000. If you remove 24 from 42, 1800 will be the answer. Or you can also proceed in the same way. 9 by 21, 200 into 9, that is 1800. Okay, so this is the answer. If TK2160 is divided among Rumi, Jasmine and Kari in the ratio of 1:2:3, how much will each of them will get? 2 plus 3 plus 1, 6. 216 is by 6 is 36, so 360, that is what Rumi will get. What about Jasmine? 720. 360 into 2, 720. What about the Kakari? Kakari is nothing but 360 into 3, 1080. Okay, if you add them up, it must be equal to 2160. That you can cross check. Okay, 700, 300, 1000, 2080, that's 80. Okay, that is correct. Some money are being divided among Lalib, Sami and Saim in the ratios of 5:4:2. If Saim gets 180, this guy gets 180. Determine how much will Lalib and Sami get. So 2 by 11 into x equal to 180. X equal to 180 into 11 by 2, so 90 into 11. Okay, this guy will get 360. Okay, what about Lib? Five into 90, 450. Okay, you can cross check the ratios. 18, 180, 90 by 5. Okay, that is correct. That is correct. Suppose Dalim and Lincoln are three brothers. No, not three brothers. Three brothers. Three brothers. Their father divided 6,300 amongst them. Thus, Sabuz gets 3 by 5 fifth part of Dalim, and Dalim gets double of Lincoln. Find how much each of them will get. Sabuz gets 3 fifth of Dalim. Dalim gets double of Lincoln. Okay, let Lincoln got L. Dalim will get 2L. Okay. And Sabuz will get 6 by 5L. So 6 by 5L plus 2L. 16 by 5L plus L. 16 by 5. The 21 by 5 L equal to 6,300. Okay. 300 into 5, 1500. Lincoln will get 1500. Dalim will get double of Lincoln, so nothing but 3000. Dalim will get, Sabuz will get 3/5 of Dalim. 3/5 means 600 into 3, 1800. Now you can add them up. You will get, you have to get 6,300. That you can cross check. I know. I guess. A piece of ornament is made by mixing bronze, zinc and silver in that piece of ornament. The ratio of bronze to zinc is 1:2, and the ratio of zinc and silver is 3:5. Find how many grams of silver there are in ornament weighing 19 grams. Okay. Bronze to zinc is 1:2. Zinc to silver is 3:5. Okay, first we need to have a continued proportion. How will you get continued proportion? Bronze to zinc. No, bronze also capital B. Zinc means Z, not G. Make it 2:6. 2:6. Okay. Similarly, zinc to silver. Make it multiply it with 2. Make it 6:10. Now you got the continued proportion. What is the continued proportion? 2:10. This is continued proportion. Last one is silver. If the silver there in the, how many grams of silver there in the ornament of 19 grams? 19 grams is the ornament. There is the 18, no? 10 by 18. 10 by 18 into 19. Those many grams of silver is there. 10 by 18. Okay, 10 by 18 into 19. Okay, right. 2 equal sized glasses are filled with sweet drink. In that sweet drink, the ratio of water and syrup in the first glass is 3:2, and in the second glass it is 5:4. Water and syrup. Water. If the sweet drink of 2 glasses are mixed together, find the ratio of water and syrup. Oh, little bit tricky, right? Equal size glasses are filled with the sweet drink. Okay, we will solve it like this. Where is this? If X is the total quantity of the drink in a both the side glasses, then water in the first glass will be Tx by 5. Okay. Second, no, this X by 5. Second glass, the water quantity is nothing but 5x by, oh no, 5x by 9. Okay, so 9 3 is a 27, 5 by is a 25, like that, 27 plus 25, 52. So 52x divided by 45 is the combined water in both the glasses. Okay, right. No, not right. Okay. In the second, no, syrup. What about syrup? If you look for the syrup, it is 2x by 5 in the first glass. Second glass, it is 4x by 9. If you combine them, 9 2 is 18, 5 4 is 20, 28. No. 38. 38x by 45. Now, ratio of water and syrup in the mixed juice is nothing but 52 is to 38. Water is to syrup. 52 is to 38. Nothing but 26 is to 19. So 26 is to 19. This is the answer we are looking for. Okay. If A is to B is this, B is to C is this, find A is to B is to C. Oh, for that to happen, what do you need to do? The B quantity must be equal, right? 4 by 7 multiplied with 7, 10 is to 7 multiplied with again 4 is to 7 multiplied with 10, 10 is to 7 multiplied with 7. What a confusion. 40 is to 70, that is what I am telling here, is B. A is to B. B is to C is 7 multiplied with 7. 70 is to 49. So what is A is to B is to 7? Nothing but 40 is to 70 is to 49. Yes, that is the answer. If TK 9600 is divided amongst Sahara, Minuma, Rice and the ratio 4 is to 3 is to 1, how much Taka will each of them get? This is simple problem. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. Okay. 9600 by 8 is how much? 1200. 1200 into 4 is 4800. That is what Sahara will get. Okay. 1200 into 3 is nothing but 3600. That is what Mimuna will get. Raisa she will just get 1200. Okay, this is the answer. Now we divide among the 3 students in the ratio of their classes. If they are the students of class 6, 7, 8, how many taka will each of them will get? 6, 7, 8. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 8, 21. So 4200 by 21 is nothing but 200. 200 into 6, 1200. That is what class 6 fellow will get. 200 into 7, 1400. That is what the class 7th student will get. Class 8 student will get 200 into 8, 1600. If we add them up, it must match to 4200. Yes, that is correct. The ratio of income of Solomon and Salman is 5 is to 7. The ratio of income of Salman and Yusuf is 4 is to 5. The income of Solomon is TK 120. What is the income of Yusuf? Okay, see here, Solomon is given. Salman is the common guy among them. So now you need to get a continued fraction here. How to obtain continued fraction? 4 is here, 5 is here, 7 is here. No, 4 is here, 7 is here. Multiply with 4 here. 20 is to 28. Okay, multiply with 7 here. 28 is to what? 35. Right, now in the continued fraction, the Solomon and Salman and Yusuf, the ratio becomes 28 is to 28 is to, no, not this is to, not, no, 35. No, 35. Okay. Now the income of Solomon is 120. What is the income of Yusuf? Yusuf is the last guy. 35 into 20 into 120. Okay. So 35 6 how much? 35 6 6 is 33. 6 3 is 18 plus 3 210. 210 is the answer. Okay, 210. Okay, right, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Okay. Is to 35. In that ratio, they must be there. Okay. That means 6. No. Oh. No, wait a minute. Solomon income is 120. It is correct only. Still you can express this ratio in a little reduced form. No, you can't, because this is not an even number. So that's it, guys. We will be stopping it here. We will continue from 2.3 profit loss in the next session. Okay, thank you.